Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The class you'll be taking this school year is Informal Algebra/Geometry. I am Mr. Rivera. I'm your math teacher this school year. Few things you're gonna need. Number one, paper and pencil to take down notes. If you need more time to get paper and pencil, make sure you pause the video and then resume it once you have paper and pencil, all right? I'll be waiting for you right here. All right, now that you have paper and pencil, the first thing you're gonna need is my email address. It is very handy because in this email address is where you're gonna submit all your answers, also where you're gonna submit all your questions you have for math, all right? I know math is complicated, I know math is hard, but don't stress out about it, okay? We're gonna work on it together. So, let's start on today's concept. All right, guys, the concept for today is called translating verbal models into equations. Looks complicated, right? Don't stress out. Like I said, all this is saying is we're just going to turn some equations into word problems and some word problems into equations, okay? It's just a fancy way of saying that, all right? Also, if you need more time to write down the titles, you can pause the video. Also, they're going to be on the description of the video, all right? So let's get started with today's concept. All right, guys, in this next part, we're gonna see who's paying attention and who's not. See if you notice there's one error on the next part of the video. See if you can figure it out. If not, after that part, I'm gonna show you what's wrong in that part of the video. All right, guys, so we have four operations up on the board. We have adding, subtraction, multiplication, and division, right? These operations can be written down in word form, okay? We're just gonna go over some of the words you might see. All right, so for adding, you may see in word form of it plus. All right, so plus. You may also see increase. All right, these are all saying there's something that's being added, okay? That's all they're saying. Now we're gonna do some for subtraction. All right, for subtraction, we have minus. So one of the words you may see. Minus. You might see decrease, okay? Okay. Now we're going to do some for multiplication. Some words you might see for multiplication are product, you may also see divided by, okay? These are some of the words you may see when you're dealing with word problems, okay? All it's saying when you see these words is multiplication, okay? It's just a fancy way of saying it. Let's do one more, which is division. For division, you might see quotient, quotient. Let me get it out of the way here so you guys can see. Quotient. You may also see dividend. Okay, that's another one that you may see in word form. So dividend. Okay. Now that we know some of the words we may see in word form, it's just saying the same thing as the top ones, the black ones, the operations. We can actually start working on some word problems, okay? So let's start on the first example. All right, guys, did you catch the error? For the ones that didn't, it's okay. The error was on multiplication. Notice that the second word I put up there was divided by. That's for division, okay? The actual one that goes there is multiply by, okay? So make sure you erase the one you have for multiplication on the bottom, instead of divided by, should be multiplied by. All right, so let's continue the video. All right, guys, so here's our second example. All right, x minus 5. Okay, notice that the first one, it was given to you in equation form. Now it's given to you in word form. Now we have to do it into equation, okay? So, again, variable is just a variable. It's just an x. So we can just rewrite it, right? So we have x. Remember, minus. Minus is, should be on your notes, is subtraction, okay? So minus, and then the word 5 is just the number, which is 5. So we can just write the 5 in there. So our answer is x minus 5 in equation form. All right. So I hope you have both of them on your notes. Let's get started on today's assignment. All right, guys. The assignment for today, we have 2 problems up here on the board. The first one is y increased by 2. You have to turn it into an equation. And then we have 4 minus y, which you're going to turn into a word form. All right. If you have any questions, make sure you send me an email. Okay. Also, as soon as you're done watching this video, I expect the answers. Okay. So make sure as soon as you're done watching the video, you send those answers in. Also, send a picture of your notes so I can make sure you're writing down the notes. Okay. So I'll be hearing from you soon.